the Biden presidency, excuse me. We see over 13% inflation. We see mortgages up over 7% now. Any wage increases that we see across the country are totally wiped out by the increased cost of goods. When you see the cost of energy, even though it's slightly come down most recently, it's still many, many more times more expensive than it was before President Biden took over. But I guess the food one is the one that really gets me. So if you think about it in your own mind, everybody goes to the grocery store and you kind of approximate in your mind what you're going to spend, unless you're having a big party on Friday night or something like that. Whether you have a family of two, like we're down to now, or if you have a larger family with younger children where you would have obviously a bigger budget. But you kind of have in your mind what it's going to be. And every single week, it's always more. It creeps up $2, $3, $4, $5 more. Before you know it, it's double. And this is really putting the squeeze. Our inboxes are filled with people from all across the country, mine from West Virginia, of the mother of young children. She's up all night because she can't figure out, how am I going to pay for the food? How am I going to pay to heat the house? We have a guy who is paying more to heat his house than he is to pay his mortgage that he had pre-Biden, but he's also trying to help his neighbors pay their heating bills because it's skyrocketed so much. So every day Americans, every working American, everybody who buys food, puts gas in the tank, pays for a house, pays to heat their house, is feeling this squeeze. And the president better address it. He hasn't. He needs to address it. I hope, as John Thune said, he addresses it in his address next week.
I have breaking news to share with all of you. The Internal Revenue Service will be releasing a big announcement for millions of Americans that have received an inflation relief check. This announcement will cover whether people will have to pay back stimulus money that they had received so far during the crisis. Budget surpluses have also been confirmed in several U.S. states, which means that more state stimulus payments are coming your way. Friends, please make sure to watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the new details. Also, I will be giving away 2 $75 Walmart gift cards next Friday. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. There have been several states that have issued stimulus checks, such as California's middle-class tax refund payments. But whether these are taxable or not is still unclear, and it's creating a lot of confusion for those individuals and families that receive these relief payments. But the Internal Revenue Service has released guidance clarifying whether California's tax rebate payments should be considered income for federal tax purposes, and the information could come as early as next week. As of last month, California's Franchise Tax Board has issued more than $9 billion in payments that have benefited more than 31 million California taxpayers and their dependents. Republican Representative Kevin Kiley had called this week for the IRS to clarify whether the payments were taxable. He wrote a letter to IRS Commissioner Doug O'Donnell stating, "As federal tax deadlines loom, constituents have contacted my office, urgently asking for help getting information from your agency regarding whether payments under California's middle-class tax refund are considered income for federal tax purposes." Well, the IRS has finally decided to release an official statement. They said, "We are aware of questions involving special tax refunds or payments made by states in 2022. We are working with state tax officials as quickly as possible to provide additional information and clarity for taxpayers. There are a variety of state programs that distributed these payments in 2022, and the rules surrounding them are complex. We expect to provide additional clarification for as many states and taxpayers as quickly as possible by next week." The tax agency said it recommended that people wait until the guidance is available or consult with a reputable tax professional. The IRS also said, for taxpayers and tax preparers with questions, the best course of action is to wait for additional clarification on state payments rather than calling the IRS. The agency made clear that they do not recommend amending a previously filed 2022 return. California's Franchise Tax Board has said that the payments are not considered taxable for California state returns, but it has said the payments may be considered federal income, and that those who receive payments of $600 or more will receive a 1099 miscellaneous form for the payments. Beyond California, 17 states have recently issued inflation relief payments, including the states of Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Maine, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Payment amounts range from $50 to $1,050 for individuals, depending on the state and income level of the recipient. In an effort to help families fight inflation, New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced that New Yorkers would receive an average payment of $270 through the state tax credit program. As part of the 2023 New York state budget, eligible New York taxpayers may receive a check for two different payments under the Empire State Child Credit and the Earned Income Credit. According to the governor and the state legislature, the payments will offer up to $475 million in tax relief for all of those who are eligible. According to official state figures, about 1.75 million New Yorkers of the almost 20 million residents are eligible for the average payment of $270. The California Middle Class Tax Refund Program has much higher income limits. Eligible residents of New York will be those who receive the Empire State Child Credit and or the Earned Income Tax Credit on their 2021 state tax returns. So friends, if you meet all eligibility requirements and you reside in the state of New York, you do not have to take any action to claim or request payment. You just have to wait, because the checks are issued automatically based on the data via postal mail. Governor Hochul has said that she wants to make it a little bit easier to be a family living in the state of New York. Well, my dearest and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this evening. Thank you, friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. To show my appreciation, I'll be doing weekly giveaways for 2 Walmart gift cards. Friends, please make sure you enter the giveaway by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you, friends, and have a very wonderful and very blessed weekend.